Hello friends and welcome to yet another captivating video of Wisdom Zone, and this is Shubro, and I'm quite sure you have already guessed it. Today I have a fascinating video for you because today I'm going to discuss English phrasal verbs with multiple meanings. Yes, you heard it correctly. I'm going to give you some important phrasal verbs, and these phrasal verbs got multiple meanings. That means you can use these phrasal verbs in different ways. So it is my earnest request to all the viewers, please watch this video carefully until the end and do not skip it at all. And again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait friends and immediately subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification of this type of informative video. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. So friends, welcome back once again to this amazing video of English phrasal verbs with multiple meanings, and today I'm gonna give you some important English phrasal verbs, and these phrasal verbs are quite essential, and these phrasal verbs can be used in different ways and in different situations. So you must be wondering and you must be quite eager to know all these phrasal verbs. So before I move ahead, let me quickly remind that I have given some more videos on phrasal verbs in the description, and the links are given in the description. So if you haven't checked those videos on phrasal verbs, please do not forget and check those videos on phrasal verb. You'll learn many more phrasal verb from those videos. So without further ado, let's get started with today's discussion. So friends, let me quickly give you a brief idea about a phrasal verb. As you know that a phrasal verb is a multi-word verb, and it is a combination verb also. That means we combine a verb plus preposition, or we can combine a verb with an adverb to form this type of multi-word verb. So as you see, there are two examples: eat out, that means to have food outside, and hang out, that means to spend time relaxing. These are two important phrasal verbs. So let me go ahead and start today's discussion, because today I'm going to show you one phrasal verb, and I'll also explain how you can use this one phrasal verb in different ways. So without further ado, let's get started. So friends, the first phrasal verb which I have is go away, as you see on your screen. So go away is a fascinating phrasal verb. The first meaning of it is to, as you see, to leave a place or a person. As you see the example, my boss asked me to go away. That means ask me to leave that place and leave him. So that is the first meaning. So let me also explain and show you the second way you can use this phrasal verb. The second meaning is to leave your home for holiday. That is also to go away. Understood? So as you see the example, we have decided to go away for a holiday next weekend. So here I'm using it in a different way. That means to leave home for holidays. That time also you can use this phrasal verb go away. So there is some resemblance, but obviously I'm quite sure you have understood that one is slightly different. That means to leave a person or place. And here when you go out of your home for holidays, that time also you can use this phrasal verb go away. So up next we are going to see the third use. As I already mentioned, I will show multiple ways to use. The third use is to disappear, which is quite important. It is totally different from the previous two. So the third meaning is to disappear. That means also to go away. As you see the example, the scars on her face went away quickly. That means they completely vanished or disappeared. Am I clear? So like this way you can use the scars completely went away. You can use that in past also, and you can use it in other ways also. The marks will go away in a few days. So like this way you can use, that means to disappear. I'm quite sure it's clear. So the third meaning is to disappear. Up next we will focus on the second one, that is take over. Take over is also a very useful phrasal verb. It can be used in multiple ways. So let me show you the first way to use. As you know, take over is to take control of a company by buying shares. That is take over. When one company buys shares and completely takes over or gains control, that is also called takeover, which you know. The big smartphone company took over its small competitor. That means it completely took over it. It obviously bought its shares and gained control. So understood? That's the meaning of takeover here. So the second meaning, let me show you. Take over is to do something that someone else was doing. So that is another meaning. Take over is to do something that someone else was doing, taking the responsibility or that position. Sam took over as manager after the previous manager got fired. That means he started doing the same job. He took the responsibility. Other manager was doing that job. So here also we can use this phrasal verb take over. So I'm quite sure it's clear. So up next we will see the third one, figure out. Figure out is to understand someone or something. So we can use it like this way. I simply can't figure out why he resigned. So like this way you can use this wonderful phrasal verb figure out. And it is also used in different ways. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Another way to use it to find answer of something by thinking. I'm trying to figure out a solution of this problem. So like this way you can also use. That means to find out answer of something. So I'm trying to figure out the solution of this problem. That means I'm trying to figure out the answer. I'm trying to find out the answer. That is another way to use. When you find out answer of something, that time also you can say figure out. Figure out the answer of this problem. So like this way also you can use. Up next we are going to see the fourth one, which you see on your screen, fix up, which is also quite essential. It can be used in multiple ways. So the first meaning, as you see, to arrange a meeting or event. So let me show you how to use it. He fixed up a meeting next week. That means he already arranged that meeting next week. So that's one way to use fix up. Another meaning is to repair something, which is very common. My mobile was badly broken, but my father fixed it up. That means he repaired it. So like this way you can use this wonderful phrasal verb in multiple ways. Up next we are going to focus on the fifth one, which you see on your screen, that is go with. Go with again can be used in different ways, multiple ways. Let me show you the first meaning. The first meaning is to suit each other, that is to go with. So as you see the example, it is clear format. My white shirt goes well with my black pants. That means it suits. Here goes with means to suit. My white shirt obviously suits my black pants. Am I clear? So like this way you can use this phrasal verb go with. Another meaning is to accept an idea or agree with a person. To acknowledge a person's opinion or have the same idea or agree with other person, that is also to go with. So let me show you, which is a very important way to use. My boss decided to go with my opinion. That means and he accepted my opinion and he decided to go with it. That means he decided to accept my opinion and follow it. So am I clear? So like this way you can use, that is to accept an idea or agree with a person also. That time we can use go with. So up next we are going to concentrate on the sixth one. As you see, sixth one is also quite essential, that is give up. As you know, the first meaning is to quit, especially a bad habit like smoking, drinking. So as you see the example, Smith gave up smoking last year, which is quite imperative. I'm quite sure you must be aware how to use it. Now I'm quite sure you are aware. If you are not aware, now I'm quite sure you have understood. Give up means to quit a bad habit or addiction. So up next I will explain the second meaning. Second meaning is stop doing something because it's too difficult to continue, too difficult to accomplish. That means before completion you stop doing it, you surrender, to be very honest, and you give up here. That means you cannot pursue it anymore because it's too difficult to do or accomplish. So let me show you how to use it. She gave up the assignment as it was arduous. Arduous means too difficult. As you know, I have already made a video on advanced vocabulary. So there you will find this, and if you have missed that, the link is provided in the description. She gave up the assignment as it was arduous. It was arduous. That means it was very difficult. That's why she gave up the assignment as it was arduous. So let me read it out once again. She gave up the assignment as it was arduous. That means it was very difficult. That's why she left it. Am I clear? Another way we can use, that is give yourself up. Okay, that means to surrender, to allow yourself to be arrested or to be taken as a prisoner. So that's also called Give yourself up. Remember that. Give yourself up is to allow yourself to be arrested or to be taken as a prisoner by the police or someone else. So let me show you how to use it. The notorious criminal gave himself up to the police officer. That means he surrendered. Okay, he gave himself up to the police officer. The notorious criminal gave himself up to the police officer means he surrendered to the police officer and obviously asked him to arrest him. Okay, maybe he was helpless, he was surrounded, perhaps he was trapped, so he thought that it would be wiser to surrender. He may get shot by the police officer, that's why he gave himself up, that means he surrendered. So like this way you can use this wonderful phrasal verb. Gave yourself up here is to surrender, allow yourself to be arrested or taken as a prisoner. So up next we will concentrate on the seventh one, which you see breakdown. You must have heard it. So let me explain the first meaning of this phrasal verb. When a machine stops working, we say break down. So let me show you how to use it. My car broke down last night. And it's very important. That means it stopped working. It did not work, it stopped working. That's why I'm using break down here and changing the form broke down. Next is, as you see, unable to control feelings and start crying. That is a very important use. That is also to break down. So let me show you how to use it. Jane broke down and started crying when she heard the sad news. That means she was emotionally upset and she burst into tears as she heard the sad news. So that time we can also use this phrasal verb. She broke down. Okay, Jane broke down and started crying. So up next we will concentrate on the eighth one, that is burst into. Again, it can be used in two ways. Let me tell you the first meaning. Burst into, the first meaning is to suddenly start doing something like laughing or crying, which we normally say she burst into tears. As you see the example, which is quite obviously clear, that means she started crying. Okay, here burst into tears means to suddenly start crying. So another use is to suddenly start burning with flames. Maybe something caught fire and it started burning with flames. That time also you can say burst into. So let me show you. The lamp post burst into flames because of a short circuit. So that means it started burning with flames. That's why this using this phrasal verb burst into flames. That means there was a big fire. So like this way you can use burst into flames, or burst into means to suddenly start burning with great flames, right? Up next we will see the ninth one, that is call in. Call in is to ask someone to come and help during a difficult situation. That's the first meaning, as you see on your screen. As you see the example, the police commissioner called in the best detective to investigate the serial killings. That means he was called in, he was called to help because of the difficult situation. There was serial killing going, that the best detective was called in to help and investigate. So I'm quite sure it's clear. So up next I'll show you the second one. Second meaning is to pay a short visit, which is very uncommon, you must be wondering. So call in also means to pay a short visit. As you see the example, my neighbor asked me to call in. That means to come and visit for a while. To pay a short visit is also called call in. So my neighbor asked me to call in. That means asked me to pay a short visit. So up next we will concentrate and turn our attention towards the last one, that is 10th one, call off. Again, this can be used in two different ways. Let me show you. The first meaning is to cancel a planned event, which maybe you are aware. So let me show you how to use it in a sentence. As you see the example, we had to call off our meeting because of tech issues. That means technical issues. We had to cancel our meeting. That's the first meaning. Up next, I'll explain the second one, that is to order someone or a dog to stop attacking someone. Okay, that is also to call off. When you ask a dog or someone to stop attacking someone, maybe the someone is attacking someone, especially your dog, when you call off, obviously that means you ask that person to stop attacking. So let me show you how to use it. Please call off your guards, I'll return the stolen money, shouted the burglar. So the burglar shouted out, please stop your guards and ask them not to beat me and I will return the stolen goods. Maybe The guards in fact caught that particular burglar and started beating, and the burglar shouted, please call off your guards. That means ask your guard to stop attacking me, I'll return the stolen goods. That's the way you can use it. I'm quite sure it's clear. I have explained it. So today this video is extremely essential, as because I have discussed so many important phrasal verbs. Around 10 phrasal verbs I have discussed, and I have shown you how you can use one phrasal verb in 2-3 different ways, and I'm quite sure you have understood. Please go through the sentences again and again and rehearse and practice, and also make sentences yourself, and do not forget to comment below also. And again, it is my earnest request to all the viewers to get this type of informative video on phrasal verbs, advanced communication, spoken English, and many more. Do not forget to subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification of this type of informative video. So stay tuned for further informative videos, friends, and do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.